Hi friends, I'm the vegan. I make a green salad today. My daily greens. I need my daily greens, and I want to make an oak leaf salad today. But I show you the dressing first. It's a new dressing. It's sour, sweet and sour cashew dressing. It's a very simple one. I always try new ones once in a while and see if it works, and then maybe I can expand. So the cashew dressing I make today is very simple. And the basic part is a, well, small half cup of cashews. The measurements are not so important. You make it thicker or thinner, and more or less. I have very small numbers of ingredients, and you can make easy recipes, and you understand pretty soon what's wrong, if something is wrong. And a little bit of apple cider vinegar, that's the sour part. You need a fatty part and a sour part for a dressing usually. Oil and vinegar, or your cashew nuts and vinegar. I'll add some, or lemon, yeah. I add some water to make it runnier. But that's the base of dressing. And then of course seasoning, pepper and salt and dates, sweet and sour. So here pepper and salt, a teaspoon each. This is a little bit Himalayan salt, and this is a black pepper with peppercorns. You can also take ground, of course, and 3 dates. Today, just let's see how that works. Very simple, 5 ingredients: pepper, salt, date, vinegar, cashew, and water. I don't count the water, it's free for all in my world of recipes. So, well, a little bit more. And the dressing has to be runny because it's a tender leafy green, oak leaf. It's important, yeah. Can't be too heavy for the tender leaves. Blender dance. German blender. It's called Revo Blend, Revolution of Blending. From Germany. Check it out. Especially with the cashews unsoaked, I do a second blending later. I break it down first. Now I have a chance to check the flavor and the texture a little bit, and then I can add and do a second blending. But first, now let's check. It's quite runny. Okay, it's okay. Can be runny. Maybe add some more cashews, but let's taste. Sour sweet, very good. I add some cashews. A little bit too runny. And I also add one more date. Here, one more. And yes, a bit more vinegar, apple cider vinegar. Yeah, just to taste a little bit. And also a little bit more salt, yeah. Especially when I add more, you see, more salt. Especially when I add more water, it gets a little bit more tuned down, the flavor. So yeah, a little bit of everything. More, also, let's not forget the pepper. Here's the black pepper, Tally cherry pepper from India. It's a very nice brand, my favorite. So check it out, Tally cherry. They have very famous peppers. It's my favorite. But any pepper will do, right? One more blender dance. One more breaking down. I have to check the main parts, you know, the big parts. So then I can Do the second blending, now the third blending. It can soak a little bit, but first, about. Yeah, now I like it. It has to taste round. Check for yourself. Now it's really good. It can sit for a while now, while I prepare the salad, and do a second, third blending, and use it. So now the oak leaf lettuce. It's a very nice. You see it like oak leaves. The color here, the shape of the leaves here, beautiful oak leaf shapes. And the tender leaf. That means you can be very careful with it. That means I wash it, dry it, and wash it in a sink. Lots of water, cold water, makes it also fresh again. You can soak the water, the lettuce, overnight in a big container, cold water. Makes it fresh again. It's a little bit wilted. So and then when it's dry again, I dry it with a salad spinner. Highly recommend it. If you don't have one, you just dry a little bit for the dressing. It's better. And then I tear it apart. They're like this, just like this. Because these tender leafy greens, they don't need to be cut with a knife. They say it's too gross. The knife is too gross. But you can also take a knife, but you know, I show you what I mean. What I do, when I do it like this, I have this outcome. Yeah? I have this fluffiness, the little irregularity, like the chaotic texture here. That's nice. Yeah. That's what you want to have. If it's cut, it looks a little bit more even, and the tender leafy greens, they need a little bit more, you know, wildness. They are too tender. Yeah. It's good to have them wild a little bit. One way to see it. So here I have now onion and tomato. I have a wonderful Hurl tomato. I was lucky to find one. I love them. They're so fruity and fleshy, nice to cut and so. And I have an onion. That's a standard for a green leaf. All the green leaves, or most of them, have a little bit of bitter flavor. That's why it's a little bit of a challenge to make a salad. So with that tender, it's challenging because you want to have a fresh salad, a crunchy, fresh leaf. Otherwise, a salad doesn't taste well. It needs to be fresh. Yeah? That's a little bit of challenge to keep it fresh. Once you serve it, for example, it has to be eaten right away. You can't wait, otherwise it wilts down and boo. You know? And when these leaves are fresh and crunchy, and they are still a little bit bitter. And for that, you add a little bit of tomato, a little onion, and there you go. Balances the bitter flavor into a wonderful combination. The balance is the key. So that's the three ingredients at the base. And then, for example, I add avocado here. Avocado, that makes the salad a little more filling. Also fat, very healthy fat. The avocado, highly recommended food. It carries the flavors, they say. The fat carries the flavors in cooking. I like it a lot in cooking to use fat. But avocados are healthy. That's important for the fat. And it balances the bitter flavors too. So now I'll go back to my dressing. The rest is done. One more blender dance to make it creamy. I guess it's good now. Yeah. Yes. I'll show you. I have a little bit more than for one salad. Put it in a glass in the kitchen, in a refrigerator, and then I have a wonderful dressing for tomorrow. Let's taste it though. I would say perfect. You have this sour bite from the vinegar. I love that. Apple cider vinegar, vinegar in general, is highly recommended. It's very healthy. They make even drinks of it. I have one on my channel. Water and vinegar. Perfect for the arteries and so. It's a very good thing to do. Check it out. It's delicious. So it's a good thing for a salad dressing. It has this bite, and I love that for the dressing here. The gentle and sweet. Careful, not too much soup. It could be too much already. The rest goes in the fridge, right? This one. And now I will not toss it. Usually I would, I would toss it to show you, but if I toss this one, I have to eat it right away. Otherwise, the leaves crumble and fall together. It's not good. So tossing and then eat it right away. Tossing from the outside in, like this, pushing against the walls of the container or the bowl, not against the salad, because you really don't want to hurt these tender leafy greens. Don't show you that today because I want to. I have something more to do before I can eat it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe to MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day and enjoy the endless vegan variety. And then find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X.